Right, hello everybody, Smithy MC here, and welcome to,
I'm White Up Gamer. Hello, everyone.
and we're here for our second, we started looking at and warning everybody, spoilers. If you haven't seen Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, do not go any further. This is our, together review of what we thought of the film, characters, parts of the scenes, etc. And this is part two. We've already done part one, which is over 30 minutes, I think, roughly about 30 minutes in length. So if you haven't seen part one or looked at it, go and check out that first. And go now. Go and press that like button for us both, because it really shows you care. And go and make a comment. And if you're new to the channel, go and sub. Both channels have got loads of stuff on Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. I tend to play games, Minecraft, and build. I've built Jurassic World and Jurassic Park in Minecraft, and White Tick Gamer's got loads of different videos on Jurassic Park and Jurassic World and other games, haven't you?
Absolutely, yeah. I play all sorts. Mostly do dinosaur stuff. There's a lot of Ark on there as well, and if you like some horror games as well, there's a couple on there. So if you like watching me be scaredy cat, then come and have a look.
Yeah, you've one up me. I cannot play Aliens Isolation. I'm sorry. I was scared watching your videos, and I've seen them before, and I've seen bits, and I can't do it. I couldn't sit here in the dark and play that game ever.
It is terrifying.
Anyway, back to Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Overall, I think this is I have it. People are really scared to put it there top. Everybody has Jurassic Park at the top because it was original. This for me sits second. Although I like I've got it mixed up.
The Lost World.
Yeah, I like The Lost World a lot. So, but this movie has it all, and we were talking on the first sequence about the fact that there's no time to sit down and eat your popcorn or drink your Coke because it all goes to the toilet. So we finished off last time. We did all the characters. So we started about going back to the island. Yeah, going back to the island. That's not been done before, has it? In the way it was done in this film.
No, I mean, like we said earlier on, there's only so much you can do with going back to Nublar and there's dinosaurs on an island, kill people, and then run away. Do you have to move the franchise away from that to basically expand the franchise, which is such a daring thing because that's what Jurassic Park's always been: dinosaurs on an island, blah blah blah. So it's such a big step in the franchise to kind of take a step away from that. They tried to do it in The Lost World, and obviously it didn't end well. So, God knows how that's going to work out in the franchise coming up. Wow. But I think it's a very important step.
Yeah, I think it's going to be if I think about it, it's going to be quite a dark third episode again, like the second, in the fact that we know for a fact that the raptors bred themselves and laid eggs, and new raptors born. So if Blue's the new generation of raptors, the two super intelligent, and then lays eggs, then wow, that's going to be. I can imagine there's a new film actually sort of starting on that, and obviously there weren't Los Angeles, was it? Somebody says Los Angeles. I missed the end credit scene because I didn't check it out, which was over. It wasn't Los Angeles. It was
Las
Vegas.
Yep.
Las Vegas. So we know from Isla Sorna that all these dinos that have escaped, and there's quite a few.
Been transported all over the world, in fact, haven't they? So with that happening, and basically the genome of the dinosaurs free for everybody, it looks like they're going to have a bit of explosion in terms of the dinosaurs, not in the terms of Planet of the Apes kind of thing, but I think we're going to see them a lot of kind of, again, mistreatment of them, and basically a reflection on what we're doing with the animals today ourselves.
Yeah. We know, like, Biosyn, we haven't got to see Biosyn, but a lot of the comics and the series have talked about Biosyn technologies, and that was in California as well. So there is, there's obviously there will be competitors in the market.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see if they bring that in as well.
Do you know why they can't bring Biosyn into the franchise?
No, go on.
There's a real company called Biosyn.
Yes, there is in California.
Yeah.
Well, it's quite interesting because I seen on the trailer, we saw that name on the bin when it blew up in the trailer. I spotted the name on the bin, but we never saw anything about it ever since.
No.
We never what was it? I've forgotten the name of the actual tech company. Did they actually mention it?
I don't think they did, no.
No. So who was he working for? So there we go. Anyway, Brachiosaurus scene, that opening scene. Go on, you want to talk about that?
The opening, which one?
Brachiosaurus.
Oh, the Brachiosaurus.
Yeah.
Oh, heart-wrenching. Absolutely heart-wrenching.
My daughter was in tears.
I was. I mean, I've seen it twice now. I think it hit me harder the second time, even though I knew it was coming. So the first dinosaur you pretty much ever see on the island is the last one on it.
Yeah.
And if you've got a heart, you will be bawling your eyes out at that scene, because I was.
Yeah, so sad. So sad.
It's quite an iconic shot. You've got basically the death of the island going on right in front of you, and then obviously you've got most of the dinosaurs, well, you know, a lot of the dinosaurs off onto this boat, and then they're looking back at this sheer destruction of the island, and you see this lonely brachiosaur heading towards the end of the dock, and it's like, please don't leave me, and it with all the smoke and the ash and the fire behind it silhouetting it against the smoke, and it's standing up on its hind legs, it's horrific
Very
to
sad.
watch.
Yeah.
It really is. It's probably the saddest moment in the whole franchise, of watching the death of the island along with the very first dinosaur you seen. I mean, they played it so well.
Yeah.
Because if I think it was any other dinosaur, it wouldn't have had the same effect.
It was that head at the end.
Yeah.
The head sticking out. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I know my daughter was in tears for that, so I wasn't, sadly.
Oh, you've got a heart of stone.
I'm too hard, I know. But there we go. I was just admiring all the scenery behind and stuff. No, I wasn't. It was good. That brings the dinosaurs, right. The star of the show was not the Indoraptor. For you, who was the star of the show?
Oh, Stiggy.
Absolutely. Stiggy is. I can't wait to get the pop figure. I haven't got. In fact, is it out? Is it due out, or it must be out now? I haven't got
they're
it.
out now, aren't they?
I should have had it for Father's Day here, but I didn't get it.
Oh,
so I
no.
buy it myself. So Stiggy, I'm going to get that, and I'm going to get it very shortly, because that is It's almost like, I don't think it was meant to be the star of the show, but it's become the star of the show.
I think it was, I think they knew they wanted a comedic kind of dinosaur, and they got it absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
I think they knew that this was for the kids.
Yeah, but there's been a bit of again about animal welfare and all that. There's obviously been a bit of backlash on that scene where he's used it as a tool. So I suppose you could look at it both ways, in that how we use animals as tools. So I saw that, and you've got to look at the other side of it and say, yeah, but it's a brilliant scene. And it's really cool. It is really good.
It is, but that's what they're kind of built to do. The extreme goats, you could say, with the way the bone structure is on their head and neck. They're built to be taking impact like that. So there's no reason why they couldn't do that in reality. Yeah,
and it also shows Owen's link. It's almost like Crocodile Dundee. I compare him with Crocodile Dundee for dinosaurs.
Dinosaur whisperer.
Yeah, he is. He can just do that and work it out. So I wondered how they got out there. When we seen the trailers and saw everything, I thought, I wonder how they got there. I think I still love Blue. So we're not gone to Indo yet, but I still love Blue and how Blue was used in this movie, because you could have been just used as and I felt there was some story with it, although I hated that scene when they used Owen to go and they shot Blue inside the head with the dart.
Yeah.
And then one of the guys shot Blue. I mean, it was an intrinsic part of the plot, to be honest, because it really sort of glued the characters together and sort of worked out why they were looking for its gene, because obviously that was like, Blue was 1 in a million.
Yeah.
They bred raptors, they bred this, but Blue was completely different.
I still don't understand why they put it in the second trailer, though, because from the first trailer, you had her in, Lockwood Manor fighting the Indoraptor. So why would you put like a a cliffhanger in of this animal, whether she survives or not, when she clearly does. It was almost like the Solo trailer where they leave it. Does Chewie survive as a cliffhanger? Like, well, of course he does, because he's in the rest of the bloody films.
Yeah. But that's Solo is another movie. I can't believe that it released it on the date. So it just shows, right? Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. This also and this is why probably it's waiting in America. They've and it's all around the world. They've released it on the right date to get the viewers in, whereas Solo was being released in the middle of all sorts, like Infinity War. This film didn't clash with Infinity War.
No,
didn't clash with other movies, so everybody went to see it. And people are still going to see Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom in the UK all these weeks on.
Yeah, I went at the weekend, and the cinema was pretty much full.
Yeah, I know, and I'm due to go again, and it's just like before it finishes. But but Solo is a brilliant movie, but it's been slated and didn't get the viewership. But I think it's again about that release date. I mean, they've released it all around the world, and it's just going to break. It's going to be the second biggest film in it too.
Yeah,
it's going to beat Jurassic World, but it's going to be, this year it's definitely going to end up being the second biggest film of the year eventually once it opens in America this weekend.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't think anything's going to top Infinity War, because it's the love for Marvel. Yeah. Basically, so you're not going to beat that if a film like that comes out.
And this film, that's the marker in the sand, isn't it? This film, but it just proves that the franchise is again with this one. For me, it's one of the best sequels to an original, like Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom. This is one of the best sequels for me personally.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Apart from Aliens, James Cameron Aliens was the best sequel of the Alien franchise, but this again is the best. It's sort of brilliant.
You've got to be able to take the franchise somewhere, but you can't just make a film just for the sake of making a film, which you seem to do with sequels anyway. It's got to be leading somewhere, and I think that's what we're getting with this. It's actually going somewhere, and I'm going to have an end zone where this is where it's going.
Well, this is the way of filmmaking in it now. It's almost like going back to Harry Potter, where the whole series is planned out in basic mode, i.e. it's all route mapped, and then you build all the characters and everything around the plot, and Colin already knows where the third film is going, and he's going to build that plot and add to it and stuff. So that's the way filmmaking is. It's brilliant. I mean, we're in a golden age for me. If one film comes out, if it's a trilogy and it's good, it's really good. So so it stands up to its own against others. So we're sort of talking about this, so Stiggy for me is my favourite, apart from the Indoraptor and a lot of criticism of either way is coming from Indoraptor. So what do you think of the Indoraptor and its role in the movie?
Personally, I actually really liked the Indoraptor. I love the way it was designed. There was a couple of things that were a bit confusing, like the grin before he kills Ted Levine. Yeah. When he's in the cage, which is a bit like, okay then, that didn't need to be there.
Yeah, with the eye opening and the grin.
Yeah, like, you could have the eye opening, that's absolutely fine, but it's the grin that's like, okay then. But as a whole, I think I liked the Indoraptor more than the Indominus Rex. It just felt like it was just a lot scarier. Well,
I feel like it's matured, hasn't it? The Indominus Rex went through a lot of. Well, the Indoraptor, the Indoraptor was part of that. When we saw early concept models of the Indominus Rex, it was smaller.
Yeah.
So if you look at some of the original concept art, it's got that. The Indoraptor was sort of part of it. So it's really interesting. I think they've gone to town on it, and I think that it's genuinely scary. Genuinely scary to Alien standards, and you like the Alien series as well, and so do I. So I think it does genuinely sitting in the cinema going, this would, 1977, this might have been an 18.
Yeah, well, he supposedly asked a lot of young children what makes something scary, which he incorporated into the Indoraptor. So I think that's why you've got all the other different things that make it scary, like the fact that it's black, the long, the famous outstretched arm scene above the bed.
Yeah.
Very xenomorph-esque. I think I actually mentioned
that was Alien. Yeah, I think that was. But I always thought that was a dream sequence, but it never was. It was and when you see it in the movie, you think that was really well interwoven there.
Yeah, you've got that shot just before he actually goes into the bedroom where he's on the roof and screams at the top of his lungs and gothic black and the moon in the background. It's absolutely a fantastic shot.
And there's a lot to talk about the fact that Maisie is a genetically modified child, built on the same technology, of course. Yeah. That the Indoraptor knows that.
Yeah, that's what I thought before the movie came out. I thought we had a similar instance with the likes of Blue and Owen, that they kind of grew up together, and that was the link in between, because in every shot, even to the bedroom scene, like, how the hell is this girl still alive? Yeah. That's what I kept thinking. So he's not. My theory was that she'd imprinted on him, and he's obsessed with her because it's the only kind of
like Ripley in Alien 3.
Hold on, Resurrection.
Yeah. Resurrection. When the alien kills the doctor, Charles. No, that's 3. God, I get mixed up with him. Anyway, and she's like. Got the same genetics.
Yeah, but that's what I thought. But it turns out we're completely wrong, and it was basically Maisie is a clone of her mum.
Yeah,
and Lockwood used the technology that they had to make the dinosaurs and basically made his daughter again. And Hammond didn't agree, and that's why they fell out.
Yeah, which is really interesting plot twist, as you said.
Yeah, so it's all right to make all species alive again, but not humans.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I suppose. Did they have to kill him? The grandfather? I was still wondering whether they really had to kill him in the film, really.
Maybe they just couldn't pay him enough, and he was like, "I'll just kill me off."
I don't know. They didn't really have to kill him, did they? I suppose.
No, I think it's just for kind of the shock factor, isn't it? That this old frail man is basically.
But he smothered him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Maisie, I think Maisie was brilliant, and I think she's one of the star characters, to be brutally honest.
Really absolutely. Good. One of the standout characters in the movie. Really. Absolutely enjoyed the performance. She made it feel real. It wasn't an overly cheesy child performance like it was in the last one. You just felt the cheese factor was probably just a little bit too high.
Yeah.
And you had sympathy for her, what obviously she witnessed and what she's going through. And in the end, she releases the dinosaurs.
Yes. Yeah, because I thought, will Claire do it? No, she suddenly, and then I love the way that suddenly they were released. That's brilliant. We knew they were. That's the trouble. That's like a plot twist. He's sitting there knowing, well, they do get out because we see some of the guys getting boned down and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I was quite surprised how many they had, because that boat. I don't know how they squeezed them all on that boat.
Especially
maybe they've already been there for the smaller ones.
The Apatosaurus especially is like that. That's probably one of the longest ones you've got, and all of a sudden it
wasn't on that boat when they were there, was it?
No,
and that was pretty in the wrong place. It was too squeezed in there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the one thing. It's a dinosaur movie, and we finally got loads of dinosaurs. Whereas Jurassic World, we had a few, and when you look at Mattel toys, okay, it's all about selling as well, isn't it? But the fact we had so many dinosaurs, although like the Allosaurus wasn't there very often.
No.
We still didn't get the Suchomimus, even though we think we've got a Suchomimus. So we got the baryonyx Suchomimus, but we didn't get Suchomimus, which was a bit of disappointment to me personally.
Yeah, I think the baryonyx and the Sucho are probably a little bit too similar. I think they had to pick one or the other, and they ended up going with the baryonyx.
Yeah, so I think they were sort of homage to the first one, the baryonyx, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be there. Suchomimus is supposed to be there, so I expect to see that. We've got Allosaurus because that's an old favourite. I like the others. I like the plot twists with we didn't just get a basic trike, did we? The basic stegos, even though we saw them, we got some new species as well.
Yeah, the Sinoceratops, which had the fight with the Carnosaurus on the island as well, which was great.
Aye, have you seen that thing fight in Jurassic World Evolution?
Yeah.
Taking down the Rex.
But I think my favourite new dinosaur probably was the Carnotaurus, and that was underused as well. I had a couple of scenes, but they were
CGI, didn't they? CGI that was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, and the animatronics as well were fantastic as well. I thought, I mean, at some point, I mean, they used CGI to touch it up and make it more kind of seamless, but it did seem pretty much seamless to me. There was a point where you weren't sure whether it was an animatronic or CGI.
No, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I totally agree with that. So, really, it was an absolute plus, all the dinosaurs, and the fact that they've all run out into the mainland.
Yeah, they're all out there now.
In a remote part of California.
And there's a few others dotted around the world as well, isn't there? So
yes.
But
so what do you think? Because the main chat is now, right, okay, so imagine it tomorrow. Imagine you had to go to work, because everybody would still go to work and to carry on their normal life. The kids would still have to go to school, but shite. There's been a dinosaur outbreak in Scotland. We live in the middle of England, which is about 200 miles away. How would that change? It would completely change us, wouldn't it?
It would. I'd be straight up
there to see them. There's a raptor running around Scotland. But where would, it can cover 30 miles a day, 40 miles a day. Oh, you can imagine the social media.
Oh, yeah. Be fun, man.
I hope they do that, because you've got to stop and think. You think, what would happen in reality? There'll be social media pictures and spotting and there we go. That's a good one, mate.
Being people mentioned saying there's only 11 dinosaurs around, if that's escaped, so why don't they just take the army in and shoot them all? I was like,
yeah, absolutely. So, but that's what would try and happen. They try and hunt them down, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but I think it's not going to be. I think, like I said earlier, it's not going to be a Planet of the Apes kind of thing that's going on where they've got some sort of dino disease that's going to kill off everything. I don't think that's what the next movie is going to be. I think it's going to be about the mistreatment of animals. Something like that along the lines of, I think Collins actually said it's about redemption. So yes. I think Doctor Who should have a bit of a
epiphany.
Yeah, basically.
I doubt it. His character can't change by now, I don't think.
Well, he might see what he's done wrong for the past 25 years and all of a sudden realise that,
The Russians pay him a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because some of his character there came out the fact that he just totally disagreed what was going on, so maybe he'll learn from that.
It's possible. I mean, like you said, he did not want to sell the Indoraptor. He knew it wasn't feasible to be selling this war machine, which takes no crap from anybody. He just wants to kill, maim. I had the same thing with the Indominus, but he did that according to Masrani, wanting more teeth and stuff. And in the last one, he actually settled the argument where people saying, "Oh, they're not real dinosaurs. Dinosaurs didn't look like that." And there's like, well, if you want them, we used the proper genome of the animals, half of them would look completely different, which is, I think, it should have helped a lot of the complaints that people had about the dinosaurs not looking, what they should look like.
But yeah, when I was a kid, I've got a 1970, probably 79 dinosaur Panini sticker album, and they only did it 3 times. But when you go back and look at that Panini album, and you can look at it online, what we knew in the late 70s, early 80s, it probably was actually, it might have been 82. It might have been 79, it might have been 81, it's a long time ago. But what we thought dinosaurs looked like then and what we know now, it's amazing. And you just think, right, okay, I think they've stuck. What I'm glad about is they've stuck to the Jurassic Park view on dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And that's, we know they had feathers. We know that now, but I think the Jurassic Park franchise wouldn't be able to stand that. Maybe if we had a new one like Deinonychus, and the Deinonychus had feathers, maybe we should have done that. But that's about as far as we'll stand, because I don't think people, we know, but people can't take a feathered T-Rex. It just doesn't fit into the Jurassic Park franchise.
Well, there's actually, they said that there's no evidence of the T-Rex actually having feathers.
apart from around the head or around the side.
They reckon it was more like, spines and very
now you're going to
evolved
get
feathers
loads
and
of
stuff.
comments now you said that, because I believe the T-Rex didn't have feathers. Right, it's not me. Right, Tim Gamer said the T-Rex didn't have feathers. There you go. Controversial. So the raptors were the feathered type anyway. So there we go. I'm quite happy with that, and to stay like that. So dinosaurs. I thought both the use of going back to animatronics was brilliant. We still get teased about the dino. Oh my God, that's the one missing dino. So we had this model in the original stuff that came out when the set was being in. So we'd seen that. What's the name in Jurassic World? There's that picture.
The hologram.
And I'm thinking, my God, we need to see dinos hunting people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how it's literally every Jurassic fan you speak to loves a Dilophosaur, so why isn't it been in any of the films since?
I just want it running around California. I want some dinos running around California, around the back streets.
A little flock of them on the corner of the street, like pigeons, hissing away and chirping away.
Yeah, absolutely. Because having seen them again in Jurassic, I love Jurassic World Evolution. We're both doing a series on that, and I'm just about to do dino battles, and I'm just testing the dino and see what it attacks and what it doesn't. But it's so well carried off, and you just say, I want these running around after people in the movies.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the one thing I think that would make Fallen Kingdom perfect.
Hunting in packs, so don't just stick to the old raptor pack, stick to the dino pack, because they did. There we go.
That's what we need from the next film.
That's the one missing dino that I want.
In the next film, we want dinos, and I want the raptors to be scary again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Vicious and scary.
Yeah.
Right, so it leads us up. We're already naturally going into the future of the franchise. It could go anywhere. It could really go to Ratchet, but it could be really handled well, I think.
I'm hoping that it is handled well. I mean, I trust Colin with what he's doing. He's obviously set out this plan. I think he's actually said in an interview before when he first mentioned it to Spielberg about doing this, bringing back Jurassic Park as Jurassic World. So this is the middle, this is the start, this is the middle, and this is the end. Mm-hmm. So he knows where the story's going, which is, a good start, to be honest. So I'm hoping that, and it's not a new film every year as well. They're taking the time with it, making sure that it works. Yeah. Which, I'm happy with. I mean, I'm not happy with having to wait another 3 years to watch another Jurassic film, but I am, because I know it's going to be looked after.
Yeah, and they've got to make it. They've got to make it right. And if they have to reshoot them, both, they have filmed more scenes. So it'd be great. 2021. I thought it was 2020, but 2021, eh? Oh, 2020, summer 2020. No, it's 3 years. Definitely 3 years. Isn't it? Yeah. God, hopefully I'm still here.
I'm sure you will be.
Yeah, I was here for when I look back through my channel, I was here for pre-2015 and still here. It's all good fun. Future. I think the dinosaurs. I think they need to make the dinosaurs, which means they need to make dinosaurs like quite a bit of the main character roles, but also maybe, I don't know whether they're into the sort of, what do you do? Use dinosaurs to hunt dinosaurs? I don't know really. I don't know how. It's one good thing is you don't really know where it's going to go. It looks really good. We'll probably see the Mosasaurus again, but hopefully a bit more than 2 seconds.
Well, we'd have to, wouldn't we? They've got this, out ginormous sea reptile in the sea, and then if they suddenly turn around and went, oh, it's gone now, you'd be like, well, why did they make such a big deal of it in the previous movie?
And interesting enough, it's all set in the US, but the point is that we've sold 4 or 5. They made a big point about showing them all being shipped off immediately into containers, didn't they?
Yeah.
That was actually not just a 2-second scene. That was actually part of the plot and part of the thing to do that.
Yeah, Jurassic World 3 dinosaurs worldwide.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see the name. That's going to be massive conjecture. It'll keep us going for years, that will.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember that initial stuff that came out about the volcano. So that's something they'll get. The volcano explodes, the island blows up. We knew that from early doors, didn't we? We just didn't know how that was going to fit in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that coming back. So I think the film really needed some respites in between the scenes. They have to. I mean, it was brilliant, but think about the plot in the future. I think they need I suppose they have to go the same in the next movie. They need to make it glued to edge of your seat stuff, but maybe they need some fillers in the middle.
It's nice to have that slow down time where you can learn more about the characters, especially some of the new ones that were in this film. But I felt like we didn't have enough time to learn enough about them to kind of care about them enough.
Yeah.
Which is what we kind of needed. As the film as a whole was absolutely fantastic. I think I enjoyed it. I appreciated it more second time round, but I still felt it needed those slow parts of just characters talking and learning some more background, because the background of the new characters is quite sparse.
Yeah.
And I think we needed those small intimate scenes where people are just talking. There's no giant dinosaurs in the scene or explosions going on, but just kind of one-to-one. How was your day? But small talk, but also it makes you care about the character a lot more because you know about them, you know them. You feel like you're learning about them as you go along, not like, here's this nerdy kid who doesn't like to be outdoors and has a strange scream.
That's my son, that. I was saying he hasn't seen sunlight in 4 days.
I know a few people like that.
So I think, that's the one thing we know it's going to be on the mainland. That's about it. But it could. If you look at the comics and some of the comics come out, the plot twist could be all sorts, couldn't it?
It could be anything, but I'm super excited for it when it comes out. But I'm also excited for all the theory stuff to come out and all the interesting stories that have come out of it and people's ideas on where it's going to go. I think that's exciting to read as well. As long as it don't spoil it for yourself, then that's what's exciting. Because for me, it's got me kind of thinking, where can I go, and then it's going to give me a lot more content for me channel as well, because I could do so much theory work on it because it's not set in stone.
Yeah. So you've seen it twice now. So I remember you saying that you weren't so sure. What weren't you? You had some personal thoughts. That you weren't so sure.
I don't know. I came out to the cinema and I was just like, I don't know what I think of that. But I think that was literally just because I was expecting kind of too much from it, and because of as I said in the previous part, I felt like the trailers revealed a little bit too much. And I just felt like I'd seen the film already, I think.
And now you've seen it a second time?
Second time, I think I just sat down and watched it, and without the massive expectation I had before I went in, and I just felt like I enjoyed it a lot more.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said, if you've not watched every single trailer and every TV spot, I think you'll enjoy it a lot more than what you would do if you watched everything, because it reveals far too much as far as I'm concerned, but everyone's different.
Well, yeah, the Japanese and Chinese trailers revealed so much more that we hadn't had before.
Yeah.
I thought that on the first movie, Colin kept a tight rein on what was released in the trailers, apart from that one Far East trailer that we had for Jurassic World. And on this one, I think that they were given far too remit and what they could release and what they couldn't. So I think that we like the trailers, but I think they really need to think seriously. Yeah, the TV spots right at the end, that's fine, but I think some big reveals were made too early.
Yeah, it's all well and good revealing, doing TV spots after the movie's been released, like they did with Jurassic World and Rexy at the end. You did not see Rexy at all in the Jurassic World trailers.
No.
She's hinted at every so often, but you don't actually see it. I think they even released the Indominus Rex's escape scene.
Yeah.
They released that before the movie comes on. You're like, I don't really want to see this.
No.
So,
there's the biggest thing. Do you think Rexy's going to finally die in the third movie?
I did a video on this a couple of months ago, and I thought that she would die in this movie. But obviously, the closer we got to it, I thought, no, it's not going to happen. But with her being 30 years of age, the oldest dinosaur, the oldest T-Rex that they know of is 30.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. But even Zia brings that up in the movie, saying they could live 5 times longer with healthcare and stuff like that. But
yeah,
she's not going to get that now if she's out in the wild again.
No, and maybe she goes back to sauna. Hey, you go here first.
Swims.
Yeah, maybe she's captured and taken back. They've captured her. Well, they've captured T-Rexes a few times, so they're quite experts at it now.
Yeah, they know what to do.
Just fly with a helicopter, trank it, and then put it in a cage. Thanks very much. But,
yeah,
and take it back to one of the islands. But there we go. Yeah, so I still love it. I think it's a fantastic movie. The news today about the 30 minutes though, that would be so hyped to get a Blu-ray director's cut. I think we're ready for that. There's very few movies. We heard there was, we got the outserts, but they've obviously with this one, like James Cameron, they've obviously cut the movie to 2 hours 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's not outcuts. You see in these movies, you've seen the outcuts where there's no sound or it's pretty crap sound. No, that's actually been, the movie's been made with 2 hours 40 minutes, properly cut, properly edited, properly done. So that sort of says to me that this is really one of the first movies that it's right for a director's cut, because he's already done it. Yeah, Cameron did that. Cameron had 3 hours of movie.
And us Jurassic fans would absolutely love it as well.
And we'd pay more to go and buy it.
Yeah. Well, that's silly enough. We spend an extra 30 quid.
My wife ridicules me for buying the director's cuts and all that, but I said I want to see the whole lot. I want to see all the extra bits, like Alien movies.
How the director wanted it to be.
Viewers that have never seen Aliens, there's a critical scene that was cut out using the sentry guns, and how we got from 120 xenomorphs down to about 10.
Yeah.
And that's critical to the plot, but it was completely taken out of the original movie. But when you see it with James Cameron's original direction, it's brilliant. So I just want to see this movie with the extra bits back in, to be honest.
It would be amazing. I mean, we are daft enough to go out and spend that extra money.
Yeah.
And do it, but it's you're seeing it for how the director wanted it to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for me, that's the way the film should be released, is how the director wanted it to be, rather than what the studio's opinion is and how long the movie should be, or whatever else. I think, it's the director's piece of artwork, and that's pretty much what it is, and that's how it should be viewed.
Yeah. So I give it an overall 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
That's mine.
I definitely think after viewing it the second time and growing to appreciate it a little bit more, that it is probably the second best from after Jurassic Park. But these reviews who turn around and say, but it's not Jurassic Park, you can't say that, because nothing's ever going to be that. No. So that's it, really. I can't think of anything else for this that I want to say about the movie. I think we've there's lots of other bits and pieces, but yeah, I think the unbelievable stuff we have to take with a pinch of salt, like the underwater scene and stuff like that. But it just adds to the tension. I mean, I wasn't too bothered. That underwater scene with the gyrosphere, it sort of didn't bother me, but I know for my wife and daughter found that quite an intense scene. And they were really totally into it, like that thing with character thing. Oh, you can't let her die and all this. I didn't notice until later on, but it's actually all in one shot as well.
Yes, it is. Yeah, well, yeah, it is. So that's it, really. That's my thoughts. Anything else from you?
I think there's one final thing, and it is right at the end. Eli Mills' death.
Oh, I love him being ripped apart.
Oh, it was rather fun to watch.
But there's no blood.
No.
That's the only thing. And it's almost like, I'll tell you what, Jurassic World Evolution, I can't wait to a blood patch to come. I'm watching the patches. I'm waiting for the first person to make a blood patch for an older person. That was the only thing. All you saw was body parts going everywhere, and there was no blood.
Yeah, it was very reminiscent of Eddie Carr's death, I thought, with, the two. Obviously, you had the Carnotaur in there as well.
Yeah.
It was very reminiscent of that, and then you had Rexy's.
Of course, I didn't think the Carnotaur was going to kill him.
Yeah, well, I thought the compies were going to get him, because the compies are on the car. And I think, this is going to be cool. And then all of a sudden, Rexy turns out of nowhere, and okay then.
Rexy's going to have it. There's some, that was some, that's what you're right there. Yeah, and then they all run off into the bushes.
All run off into the sunset.
Yeah. So, that's it, really. I think that's brilliant.
I think we've covered a lot there.
And hopefully you guys who've watched this now in America, if you've gone and watched it, I'm really looking to see what your thoughts are in the comments, guys. I think you are too, White Tick Gamer.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to read people's opinions on what they thought of the movie, and the press are being quite harsh in it, I think. So I'd like to see what genuine. I mean, it is getting. I mean, a lot of people love it, but some are a bit unsure because it is so different.
Yeah, but in my work where I am, it's a mix. So I haven't seen. There's people that don't watch Jurassic Park. That's a dinosaur film in it. I saw it once and I can't be bothered with it anymore. And those people will not go to it. So whatever, unless the kids make them go or their family members make them go. And then we've got people like us who are like, oh God, that's wrong. The lake's in the wrong place, and that river isn't there, and the dinos were on that island, and all this. And then you got people who just want to go and have fun, like my daughter and wife, and my wife and daughter really liked it compared to the first one. So that for me sort of says to me that it did work.
You have to go in the right direction, I think.
Yeah. So there we go. Now it's back to Jurassic World Evolution tonight.
Oh yeah.
I've got some dino fights to show in the next couple of videos. So there we go. It's going to be fun. So thank you very much, White Tick Gamer.
Thank you very much. As I've watched you for quite a while, so this is quite an honour for me.
You watched me before I knew of you.
Yeah.
You watched me before I knew of you. So, and I didn't know you were local, of course. So that's really cool. Okay. And it's. All I say to you is, I was there where you are. And like you remember that video that you had for the demo, for the demo, the T-Rex. And because you were first to show it, you got the hits and deserved it. It was good fun, and I do feel that some of your other videos deserve some of my people to go across and have a look, guys. Go across and have a look at them. There's some good stuff there. Have a look down his video list, and there's always going to be something of interest there for you.
There should be. Back in the old days, I did some funny videos as well of some funny games. So if you like some weird and strange games, then have a look.
That Call of Duty, if I said Call of Duty Modern Warfare meets Dinos, what was that one called?
Oh, God. I think it was just Dino Hunter, wasn't it? I think.
I know. My son upstairs on his PlayStation still playing Modern Warfare 3 because it's the best one ever. And they're still playing zombies. How many years does that come out? But, there's certain games. So that reminded me that's quite fun. So, yeah, I want Trespasser to be remastered. That's what I want.
Oh God, yeah. I want to try and find it to play on the channel myself, but it's gonna be it's so awful. It's so good.
Yes, it is, and it is really good. You can get it if you look for it, but there we go. So thank you very much, White Tick Gamer. It's been great to do this with you.
Absolutely, I've absolutely adored it. It's been great to finally be able to talk to somebody about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. If anybody else, I would say to you guys out there, I know Unicast, Jurassic Unicast, I know I spoke to you before. If you want us on your podcast, I know you've sort of intimated that, and you want to get us on your podcast, I'm welcome to join it again. I've done one before, so I will tweet you on that one. So if we can get you on, I'm sure both of us would like to be on that.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It would be a lot of fun.
So it takes a bit of setting up, guys. So because we work and that, and we all work, because I know what's the name of Jurassic Unicast, they work as well. So it's just set it up really, and let's talk a bit more about Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much, White Tip. I'll speak to you soon. This is the end of the video, guys. So thanks very much for watching.
Thank you for watching. And of course, leave a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe to me and, of course, Smithy MC.
Absolutely. Right. Bye all.
Bye.